Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, the Most High, the Heavenly Father. His Hebrew name is Yahweh, not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah. It's Yahweh, and His only begotten Son name. In the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah, not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshua, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shah. So I gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishop and elders of Great Millstone, who well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all Israel, whether they can accept it or not. In the sense of salutation to all the ark and pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four ends of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Outworld who are listening, learning, you few sisters who are listening, learning. Mosiah from Jim Messalano, coming at you with a lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification. Another day of edification, Lord, would you be edifying? So I titled this lesson, Bringing His Sons Back to Glory. And Lord, would us be edifying?
Hi, guys. A man's respect will never weigh as much as a woman's emotions in a relationship. And I might lose some people off of this, and that's okay. Women and men don't communicate the same. Men value respect in relationships, and women value emotions in a relationship. This is why men will typically leave quicker than a woman if they don't feel respected in a relationship. And women will leave if they don't feel like they're being emotionally serviced in a relationship. A lot of women don't know how to respect a man because they only operate off emotions. So for them, the relationship is solely contingent on how you make them feel. This causes a lot of women to mentally check out when they feel uncomfortable with something. But the hard truth is that respect doesn't always feel comfortable. For example, when you're a child and your parent tells you something to do and you don't want to do it, it doesn't feel good, but you do it out of respect for your parents. You care about what they think about you, and you know the repercussions that will come out of it if you don't. If your best friend called you at 3 in the morning because their car broke down and they were on the side of the road, they had nobody else to come pick them up, you probably wouldn't feel like getting out of bed, but you probably would because you respect them and you care about them. A relationship is no different. In the same exact way, showing respect to a man you're in a relationship with may not always be your very first reflex based on the situation, but trust that it will make or break the relationship. A relationship is a scale and it has to be balanced for it to work. It's going to be times where one side leans further than the other because we all have moments where we need to help our partner through something. But women tend to be the focus rather than the man. And this doesn't allow for the man to get any respect. Because she's labeled as being the prize, it's being forced on men to cater to her emotions and communicate with her through her language, all while having to put his on the back burner. So he feels like he has to bend to keep her happy. He smiles and justifies it by saying, happy wife, happy life, which is utter bull, but that's a whole other video. See, when it comes to respect, a lot of women don't consider it at all. They just see it as him not understanding her, not realizing that it might be her not understanding him. I'm gonna give you as an example because we've all been here. It's like when a woman wants to vent to a man and wants him to listen, but the man's natural reaction is to give a solution. There's a lot of women that get upset about that. Then the man gets irritated because he feels like you don't respect the effort he's putting in trying to help you. I mean, if you actually put your emotions to the side, logic will actually tell you that you can't get mad at someone for wanting to help you with the issue that you're having. This is a woman getting mad because you're not speaking her language. Another example, a woman is heading out with her friends. She throws on something that's way too revealing. In these times, that's been normalized and actually encouraged. But the man, however, feels like it's too much. In his head, he's saying, you're disrespecting me by having your body all exposed like that and actually being cool with it. He feels she's not representing him correctly. So he says something about it. And he probably asks her why she's not wearing something that's more appropriate. The woman catches an attitude when he tries to communicate that to her because she feels like that he's now being controlling and out of line. And what's worse is her friends are probably the one instigating it and egging her on. But the man is not wrong. He's looking at it like we're together. I represent you. You represent me. And you can't just be out here carrying yourself any kind of way because now it makes me look like that I'm with someone that's for the streets. Next thing you know, there's a rift between the two of you because of simply not understanding the difference of how men and women communicate with each other. As I said at the beginning, women need to start being considerate to that difference. But the only way that will happen is when a man's respect weighs just as much as a woman's emotions in a relationship. So until the
And what these women gonna find out is that this ain't dealing with regular men in the streets. We talking about spiritual men that only wants the best for you. Ain't no spiritual man gonna tell you to be out here. Oh yeah, a nigga in the streets ain't gonna when he see his woman well whatever with her cleavage out, all this and that. He ain't gonna say nothing, man, cause he don't care. We downtown every week and we see niggas with their women down there, and they women have on whatever with the titties out, and they don't say nothing because they want it to be shown. Well, a real man don't, man. It's the total opposite. So men of the Lord ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong, man. Okay, even though they may feel it because they emotional, but they're gonna find out that they should have been listening the whole time. And then when it's time to listen, it's gonna be too late, man.
guys, 9 times out of 10, the things that are often overlooked are exactly where your attention should be. We're in a social media world, a world where everything is visual, but the fun is a little same. They see the dollar signs, the status, the lifestyle, all of which are attached to a man that's not worth her time, but that's exactly who gets all of it. See, what you don't understand is the same man that you look down on because he was working a 9 to 5, regular guy, out every day grinding to make it, is the same man who would have treated you right. But you overlook the person you should have seen. And that's the case with so many women. A person will show you who they truly are when you have nothing to offer them. When you have little to no benefit to offer, is when you will see what a person is truly about and where your relationship stands. A lot of women neglect the beauty of dating a struggling man, but that's where the foundation of trust is built, the loyalty, the commitment, because he's not trying to win you over with any money because he doesn't have it. He's going to win you over with effort, consistency, and that comes with respect. See, you only value and respect something that you had to work hard to get. He understands the sweat, the long days, the living paycheck to paycheck, the goal setting, working overtime just to take you somewhere nice, etc. That's where 90% of the time the guy with wealth falls short. He has no respect for you. He didn't put in any effort with you. He didn't have to work to build a foundation with you. He simply bought you. To him, you're just another prize on the shelf, something to put when he wants to play with it and throw back when he's done. That's what most wealthy men do. They buy things because they can, not because they need it. Hell, sometimes not even because they want it, just because they can. They're more intrigued with the fact that they can buy you instead of actually being intrigued with you. To him, you come at a monetary cost, and he can buy 1,000 more of you because you come a dime a dozen. You're nothing special. But with the struggling man, your love was bought with authenticity and genuineness that was built on solid, and that's the beauty within the struggle. So until the next video, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
You see, these are the type of women that the Lord is establishing right now for men. They sitting back, getting getting edified, being built up. These are the type of women. Now let me get these precepts. It's gonna come a day, and it's gonna be too late, man. Let me start here in Numbers. This is Numbers 13:1. Because the Lord is raising up his sons again to glory. And we talk about this all the time at camp. That right now, see, the truth don't come with perks and uh Maseratis and Lamborghinis and Porsches and Bentleys and all that. No, it's the truth, man. Okay? Before you be lifted up, you got to be humble. So this is everybody looking for flash, glitter, and gold. Well, this truth is the gold, man. These men of the Lord, these are the value men. And they gonna find out in that day, and it's gonna be too late, man. This is Numbers 13:1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Send thou men, that they may search the land of Canaan, which I give unto the children of Israel. Of every tribe of their fathers shall ye send a man, every one a ruler among them. Right? So the Lord is sending out these men, right, from the 12 tribes. A man. Well, when you go to Revelation 7, say he's going to take 12,000 men from each tribe, right? A ruler from each 12 tribes, which is the 144. Now, when the Lord told Moses to send these 12 men to go spy the land, let's get Numbers 14. Well, 10 of these men came back with a messed up report, with an evil report. Let me read, let me get to the point. So, I want to read this point right here. So right here, and this is Numbers 14. No, so like, let me jump down a little bit. So this Numbers 14:26, it reads, And Yahweh spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, How long shall I bear with this evil congregation, which murmur against me? I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel, which they murmur against me. Say unto them, As truly as I live, saith the Lord, as you have spoken in my ears, so will I do to you. So I'm gonna get this point about these guys right here. It say, after the number of this verse 34, after the number of days in which ye search the land, even 40 days, each day for a year, shall ye bear your iniquities, even 40 years, and ye shall know my breach of promise. How the Lord have said, I will surely do it unto all this evil congregation that gather together against me. In this wilderness they shall be consumed, and there they shall die. Right? So it say, verse 37, even those men that did bring up the evil report upon the land died by the plague before the Lord. Right? So the Lord put them to death, man. It say, but Joshua the son of Nun and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, which were of the men that went to search the land, lived still. And Joshua represented Ephraim, the northern kingdom, and Caleb represented the southern kingdom. Okay. No other men, them other 10 men, hey, the Lord done away with them, man. The point is, the Lord sent men, right? He sent men. Now remember, it said a ruler from each tribe, right? He sent out a man, a ruler of each tribe. This is Jeremiah 1:14. It reads, Then the Lord said unto me, out of the north, and evil shall break forth upon all the inhabitants of the land. The north is North America, Babylon the Great. For lo, I will cause all the families of the kingdoms of the north, to my all 12 tribes, saith Yahweh, and they shall come, and they shall set every one his throne at the entering of the gates of Jerusalem, and against all the walls thereof round about, and against all the cities thereof, and all the cities of Judah. And I will utter my judgment against them, touching all their wickedness. Now it say, and they shall set every one his throne at the entering of the gates of Jerusalem, because this is talking about these men. And these men that the Lord is setting up will be kings. Okay, they will be rulers, like it said in Numbers 13. They will be rulers. So right here it's saying, and they shall set everyone his throne at the entering of the gates of Jerusalem. And these are the men that stand in great boldness for the Lord. And listening to this guy, Tazariak, man, listen, Luke 9:27, it say anybody that's ashamed of the Lord, man, to push the name of the Lord, he gonna be ashamed of you. That's Luke 9:26. That's in Matthew 10:32, man. The Lord said, anyone that confesses his name before men, he shall confess your name before his Father, man. And Jake don't understand what they are doing, man. They are not confessing the name of Yahweh Shema Shah before men. And they're gonna have to pay for that. So it say, and I will utter my judgment against them, touching all their wickedness, who have forsaken me, and have burned incense unto other gods, and worshiped the works of their own hands. Thou therefore gird up thy loins, and arise and speak unto them all that I command thee. Be not dismayed at their faces, least I confound thee before them. So this is the Lord telling these men that stand in great boldness. It say, for behold, I have made thee this day a defense city, and an iron pillar, and the brazen walls, against the whole land, against the kings of Judah, against the princes thereof, against the priests thereof, and against the people of the land. And they shall fight against thee, but they shall not prevail against thee, for I am with thee, saith Yahweh, to deliver thee. So let's get this. This is Isaiah 1 and 26. The Lord looking for these rulers, man, these kings. As it say, the Lord saying on Psalm 82, that ye are gods. And the Lord is restoring these kings, man, these gods with a little G. So right now we got to take the L. This is Isaiah 1 and 26. And I will restore thy judges as at the first, and thy counselors as at the beginning. And just think, man, if the Lord give us that spirit to endure to the end, to get redeemed into those chariots, man. What comes after that, man? It say, and I will restore thy judges as at the first, and thy counselors as at the beginning. Afterward, thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city. So we got to take that low right now, and it's okay. And as old girl said, these men are the prize, man. And Jake ain't telling you to go be a demon. Jake ain't telling you to go worship the devil. We're trying to tell you, and this is according to the scripts, man. This is according to the laws of the Lord, man. But we understand that this ain't for them, man. It's for us. It's for the men. The women gonna follow. You got those hopeful leg women out there that's gonna follow. But for the most part, man, and it's them same 2/3, man. At the end of the day, it's them same ones that want to do their own thing. And it's cool. This is Isaiah 32 and 1. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. These princes are the 144. And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind. Jeremiah 51 and 1, right? That destroying wind that's coming from those missiles. Also, Jacob's trouble. It say, and a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as a shadow of a great rock in a weary land. In the eyes of them that see shall not be dim. This is talking about those women. And the ears of them that hear shall hearken. Okay, this is talking about those women, man. This is Isaiah 13 and 12. So the Lord always talking about the men. It's Isaiah 13 and 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Okay? This is the Lord going to do to his men. Let's get this. This is Proverbs 8 and 4. And it reads, unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men, is to the sons of men. Hey, and they're going to realize that. But for most of these women, it's going to be too late, man. For most of these women, it's going to be too late, man. This is verse 31. Proverbs 8 and 31, it reads, rejoicing in the inhabitable part of his earth, in my delight wherewith the sons of men. Therefore hearken unto me, O ye children, which the word children means son, for blessed are they that keep my ways. Hear instruction and be wise and refuse it not. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors. For whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of Yahweh. But he that sinneth against me wrongfully, but he who sinneth against me wrong of his own soul, all that hate me love death. But this is the Lord talking to men. This is Ezekiel 34 to 31. It reads, and ye are my flock, the flock of my pastor are men, and I am your power, saith the Lord power. The Lord is talking to his men here. Now this is in Revelation. Revelation 21 and 3. And let me hold this Ezekiel 37, 27. So this is Revelation 21 and 3. It reads, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and power himself shall be with them and be their God. So, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is with men. Well, this ain't talking about any men. When you go to Ezekiel 37, when you read this chapter, it's talking about Israelites. Let me see real quick. Right here, Lord say, this is verse 15. The word of Yahweh came again unto me, saying, moreover, thy son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah, and for the children of Israel his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel his companions. Okay? So this is the 12 tribes, the Lord saying. So in verse 37, the Lord say, my tabernacle also shall be with them. Yeah, I will be their God, and they shall be my people. It's talking about the tabernacle of men. The Lord said in Revelation 21 and 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and power himself shall be with them and be their power. So these men that the Lord is setting up, he's bringing again his sons to glory. But first, they got to take the low. What it seems to be the low, man. Well, Yahushua came the same way. Let's get this in Hebrews. Yahushua came the same way. This is Hebrews 2 and 9. It reads, but we see Yahushua, who was made a little lower than the angels, right? For the suffering of death, crowned with glory and honor, that he by the grace of power should taste death for every man. So it say right here, but we see Yahushua, who was made a little lower than the angels, right? When you go to Job 25. So let me see. Yeah, this is Job 25 and 6. I said 26. I'm tripping. So right here, this is Job 25 and 6. How much less man that is a worm, and the son of man, which is a worm? How much less man that is a worm, and the Son of Man, which is a worm. See right here, it say, but we see Yahweh Shah, who was made little lower than the angels for the suffering of death, crowned with glory and honor, that he by the grace of power should taste death for every man. Now, all the men of Israel are angels. We all was angels that was cast down. It say, for it became him for whom are all things, and by whom are all things, in bringing many sons unto glory, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through sufferings. That's why I tell you in 1 Peter 4 and 1, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind of the Hamashiach, man. It say for both, verse 11, for both he that sanctifieth and they who are sanctified are all one, are all of one, for which cause he is not ashamed to call them brethren. So I tell you in Philippians 3 and 21 that these sons, it say Yahweh is bringing many sons unto glory. That's why I said in Isaiah, let's read this again. He's bringing many sons to glory. That's why I said in Isaiah 32 and 1, behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, which is Yahweh, and princes shall rule in judgment. These are those sons that Yahweh is bringing to glory, man. So back in Hebrews 9 and 10 it say, for it became him for whom are all things, and by whom are all things, and bringing many sons unto glory, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through sufferings. For both he that sanctified and they who are sanctified are all of one, for which cause he is not ashamed to call them brethren. So that's why the Lord made a separation in the nations, man. What he tell you in Deuteronomy 32 and 8 when he separated the sons of Adam, right? This is, you get this from the phone real quick. He separated the sons of Adam, man. So this is additions to Esther 10 and 10. It reads, it say, therefore have he made two lots, one for the people of God and another for all the Gentiles. And these two lots came at an hour and time in a day of judgment before power among all nations, which is Deuteronomy 32. So God remember his people and justify his inheritance. And Elder Nazaba had did a lesson. Cause these man, Jake is bugged out, man. People's these damn Edomites, man, talking about everybody can be saved. How is that possible? How is that possible if the Lord separated in the beginning in Deuteronomy 32 and 8? The Lord separated the nations, man. There's a separation. He said a lot for his people and the rest for the heathens, man. Because this is about Israel, man. Let's get this. In Isaiah, it's Isaiah 48. The Lord said he would not give his glory to another, man. He ain't gonna give his glory to another. First and foremost, his name, and then his people. So let's read this. So in this chapter, the Lord say, verse 1, hear ye this, O house of Jacob, which are called by the name of Israel. And I come forth out of the waters of Judah, which swore by the name of Yahweh, and make mention of power of Israel, but not in truth, nor in righteousness. Right? So let's jump down. Verse 9 reads, because we went off, right? Right here, verse 8 say, yeah, thou heardest not, yeah, thou knowest not, yeah, from the time that thy ear was not open, for I knew that thou wouldest deal very treacherously and was called a transgressor from the womb. For my name's sake will I defer my anger. Let's look at this word defer real quick. Move slow. All right.
Strong's H 748. Arach. Arach.
So you say to prolong, to make long, to grow long, continue long, right? Draw out, lengthen. So tarry, right? Tarry. There you go. So it say, for my name's sake will I defer my anger, and for my praise will I refrain for thee, that I cut thee not off. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. For my own sake, even for my own sake, will I do it. For how shall my name be polluted? And I will not give my glory unto another. Right? What it said in Hebrews 2, that Yahweh is bringing many sons to glory. But the Lord say, he's not going to give his glory unto another. First and foremost, his name, right? And then Israel, let's say, hearken unto me, O Jacob, and Israel, my called, for I am he, I am the first, I also am the last, right? It say, oh, Jacob and Israel, my called. But when I read Jeremiah, the Lord told Jeremiah this. In Jeremiah 1, the Lord say, verse 15, for lo, I will call all the families of the kingdoms of the north. Who is he calling? Let's get these. This is Jeremiah 31 and 1. At the same time, saith Yahweh, will I be the God of all the families of Israel, and they shall be my people. Thus saith the Lord, the people which were left of the sword found grace in the wilderness, which is the elect, the remnant, even Israel, when I went to cause him to rest. Yahweh have appeared of old unto me, saying, yeah, I have loved thee with everlasting love. Therefore, with loving kindness have I drawn thee. Right? Reading the point, it say, right here, it say verse 10, hear the word of Yahweh, O ye nations, and declare it in the isles afar off, and say, he that scattered Israel will gather him, and keep him as a shepherd doeth his flock. For the Lord Yahweh have redeemed Jacob, and ransomed him from the hand of him that was stronger than he. Let me get this in Isaiah 43 and 1. It's Isaiah 43 and 1. It reads, Israel redeemed, but now thus saith Yahweh that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not, for I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by thy name, thou art mine. See, remember the Lord told Jeremiah, for lo, I will call all the families of the north, which is all 12 tribes. When thou pass through the waters, I will be with thee, and through the rivers, that shall not overflow thee, they shall not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee, just like the three holy children. For I am the Lord Yahweh, thy power, the Holy One of Israel, thy Savior. I gave Egypt for thy ransom, Ethiopia and Seba for thee. Since thou wast precious in my sight, thou hast been honorable, and I have loved thee. Therefore will I give men for thee, and people for thy life. Fear not, for I am with thee. I will bring thy seed from the east, and gather thee from the west. I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not back. Bring my sons from far, and my daughters from the ends of the earth, even every one that is called by my name, for I have created him for my glory. See, bringing many sons to glory, man. I have formed him. Yeah, I have made him. Okay, this is just something I was meditating on when I saw that video of that chick yesterday. So I thought I was thinking about this at the plantation. So this is Amos 3:1, because it's about the Lord say He's going to call all the families of the north. It say, see right here, say all the tribes are guilty. Amos 3:1. Hear the word of Yahweh. It say, hear this word that the Lord Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Right? In Psalms 65:4, dealing with the men. This is about the men of Israel. Psalm 65:4. Blessed is the man whom thou choosest. This ain't about what women want. This is about what the Lord got going on, man. The Lord willing, we be of those elect men. Because if we are, oh boy, Psalm 65:4, blessed is the man whom thou choosest and causeth to approach unto thee, that he may dwell in thy courts. We shall be satisfied with thy goodness of thy house, even of thy holy temple. So in the end, the Lord said, we know the women gonna be saved through the men. So the Lord, he had to go into the extras. Malachi 3:6, for I am your Lord, for I am the Lord Yahweh, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. He had to say to women. Why? Because the women gonna get saved through the men. For I'm the Lord Yahweh, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Oh, it says this in Lamentation. Let's get this. In Lamentation, what is that? 4:1. This is what we are being called right now, man. By these women. Look, it's Lamentation 4:1. How is the gold become dim? The gold of the men of Israel. How is the most fine gold changed? This is talking about the elect. This is talking about those men that fail. This is talking about the elect right here. Okay? We say hopefully not because nobody know who they are. Nobody know who's the chosen. But this is talking about those elect men that was in rulership. Remember Isaiah 1:26? He said he's going to restore the judges at the first, right? This is talking about those elect men that fail. How is the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary. You see, remember 1 Peter 2:5? As lively stones, we built up a spiritual house, right? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out into the top of every street. The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold, how are they esteemed as earthen pitchers, as nothing? The work of the hands of the potter. Who is the potter? Yahweh did it, man. That's why Paul mentioned this, man. You see, 1 Corinthians 4. And this is what the women is saying, man. This is what they saying. 1 Peter 4:13. Being defamed, we entreat, we are made as the filth of the world, and are the offscouring of all things unto this day. You see, that's what they saying, man. These are earthen pictures. They don't got no power, right? So it say verse 11, even unto this present hour we both hunger and thirst and are naked and are buffeted and have no certain dwelling place, and we don't. We have been scattered to the four corners of the earth. We don't have a certain we don't have a certain dwelling place. Okay? We are pilgrims on the earth, man. Like I say, man, in Hebrews 11. and labor, working with our own hands, being reviled, we bless, being persecuted, we suffer it, being defamed, we entreat, we are made as the filth of the world, and are the offscourings of all things unto this day. So going back to Lamentations, 4:1, how has the gold become dim? How has the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street. And that's what the Lord said. What is that? Is that Isaiah 52? Hold on. Let me check real quick here. Let me see. Hold on. I want to get this last precept. The scripture say, go up and gather the stones. Let me get it here real quick. Okay, Isaiah 62. I thought it was 52. Okay, let's get this. Let's finish this first. Let me type this in so I won't forget. Yeah, Isaiah 62 and 10. So again, Lamentation 4:1. How has the gold become dim? How has the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary, okay, the aristocrats, the best of Israel are poured out in the top of every street. The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold. How are they esteemed as earthen pitchers? The work of the hands of the potter. The Lord did it. Okay. So right here say Isaiah 62 and 10, go through the gates, prepare ye the way of the people, cast up the highway, gather out the stones, lift up a standard for the people. You see? So this was going on, man. The Lord is gathering stones. Closing precept, Job 5 and 23 reads, see, in the end, the elect men of Israel are gonna win, man. The whole elect gonna win. And then you're gonna see them same slow belly, bug out women that want to be disrespectful, do their own thing, not listen. They're gonna be crying, man. Job 5 and 23. It reads, thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field. It's talking about being in with the elites, with the elect of Israel, the aristocrats. But thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. Okay, this is the end goal. And thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be in peace, and thou shalt visit thy habitation, and shalt not sin. Yeah, man. Hey, so Lord was edifying. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishop and elders of Great Millstone who teach well, whether apostles and elders of all of Israel already accepted or not. In the sincere salutation to all the occupant pushing this truth and believing this truth toward the four winds of the earth, the entire world waking up the hope for the elect. And shalom to the Awath who are listening, learning, you few sisters who are listening, learning. Lord, witness edifying tonight. Tell them to say shalom. Wow, Abba, for tuning in. May Yahweh Shema Shah continue blessing your houses. Stay prayed up. Hey, the water for your precepts, the water. Oh, you know what? I did want to read. I saw a precept brother had put up. I did want to read. Let me read this real quick. Oh, this is beautiful. The water. Yup, yup. Oh yeah, I did. I read that one. Okay, hold on. I saw one that let me see. Yeah, right here. I want to read this. This is from GMS in his likeness, Psalm 128 and 3. Thy wife shall be as a fruitful vine. Thy wife shall be as a fruitful vine by the sides of thy house, thy children like olive plants round about thy table. Man, you know how olive plants grow, man? Ooh, that's beautiful. Hey, the water for that. Yeah, man. But yeah, we earthing pictures right now. But guess what? We finna be the most fine gold, man. Lord willing. So again, the water for tuning in. May you have about Shema Shaka team, bless you in your houses, stay prayed up. Wow, a Bible ball.